Odumo na memo official panswe.
Oh, I think committee. I think it's a Chris Hughton call. Now you get it. Now court. Now the day are you more blaster be. Me a Jordan. Are you so assign me a one to you?
Oh.
Aye. And some man from Pese ye can and there was here coming in ye free ya bread.
Uncle Joe, mini Musa Ghana performance yako dane di wo Afcoin ne tough abom no dia na obeka fa ho.
Oh, say nana e di fofo ya be manike kana meboa. Remember the debacle of Boake, the Nakba of Bobo Dulaso. Every time you call tournament to be by a money name. This is just another name. I don't know what description we'll give to this one. This one, I'll call it the capitulation of Abidjan. Because that's what we did. We capitulated. Me sorry, Nana. Me sorry, Kojo. Me buy any tutu. Now we need to see TV na say.
What the team nature? You follow the game for a long time. But there na high team no. There na team Ghana enim kunim.
It is bad coaching decisions. Our coach is utterly useless. Chris Hughton is a special kind of uselessness. He is utterly useless, utterly helpless and hopeless, and he absolutely needs to be. I'm surprised he hasn't been sacked. I am surprised that as of this morning, he's still the Black Star coach. I don't know what is going on in the camp in Abidjan. I just can't understand why he hasn't been sacked. Actually, he should have been sacked last night. He actually should have been sacked after the Comoros loss. That's when he should have been sacked. I told many of my friends, I'm speaking to you as somebody who actually advocated who be Dr. Randy Abel, because he has the pedigree to handle the ego of the big so-called big players in the team, and some of these things that have happened in the past won't happen. But he's turned out to be actually the worst. Even Ibn City Akuno had more balls than he did. Because how does a coach with the salt and the pedigree of Chris Hughton tell us that he took out Joe Pencil because Joe Pencil was fatigued, and he brought in the day you was fatigued after a minute and a half? I mean, what is wrong with him? And Joe Pencil has come out and refuted that idiotic allegation, saying he was fatigued. Nana, let's not forget, born is European matches in Ibi. And we all know that Joe Pencil is one of the players who features week in, week out, plays almost every minute for his team. So how can you come and say that he played first half and he was fatigued? And you brought in the fatigue, right? And Ayew. And there seems to be a culture in the Black Stars that people don't want to talk about, that the Ayews must play. It doesn't matter what has happened, the Ayews must play. What is going on? What is going on? The day Ayew has played almost 130 matches for the Black Stars. Isn't it enough? Isn't it enough? Shouldn't somebody else be playing? Even his father, the legendary Abedi Pele, only played 79 matches. At a point in time, he called it quits on his national team. You remember, we were all in the studios of Radio Gold your friend is saying, those days now we are collab.
Oh, there we have to say collab.
1998, the debacle of your friend is saying
Burkina.
Yes, and he called time on his playing career. That was after 79 matches. Why does Ayew have to play 1,000 matches before he gets the hell out of doors in Ayenwatoye? And Ayew Nkwankobo penalty or World Cup our watching. Your friend is saying he got himself a red card. That red card ensured he said we couldn't play against Comoros. We got beaten in Comoros, right?
Yeah.
We had to go and play 95 minutes in Comoros. We lost again. He has to come here, be brought on within 2 minutes after he came on. He gets a yellow card, and then he commits a needless penalty. Absolutely needless. Take out his hand, give them a penalty, give them a lifeline. I thought there was something wrong with my TV. What is all this? And Chris Hughton, said, you shouldn't be fielding this man at this age. This man doesn't have a club. You are fielding him. We have a goalkeeper who hasn't played for Orlando Pirates for 2 years. 2 years. Yesterday, Maglisi was saying that this man hasn't kept post for Orlando Pirates for 2 years. Wakofa Naba, Abayani number 1. I'm an captain's armband. Guy can't even parry a ball. Richard Ofori, he can't even parry a freaking ball. Right? What is this? What is this? The way at this on this evidence, Modi he has a folk here. Yeah, pot belly goalkeeper Richard attack. Mutubudu Modi Niko one sanka better. Eh? Modi Richard attack or two by would it not have been better? What is all this, Nana? What is all this? Black Star here did go and answer you said in your intro, say Nansaya Bamubunti. Must I disappointment in a me waiting me time, dear. Then you wait me sorry for Cote d'Ivoire and Canada answer. Eh? Made answer. You are in the stadium when we lose on penalties to Cote d'Ivoire. You are in the stadium when Asamoah and Bobo penalty achieve. You are in the stadium when we lose ignominiously to Burkina Faso, where your friend is saying, a man from Kobo penalty. Now, Vosa Kobo grass. Or the name Chifema grass. Remember that one?
I remember when we were at the stadium together.
You were there. We were all there. We all slept in the your friends in Kruger National Park together. Remember?
Yeah, I remember.
You know, and when you tell these stories, people. So before this tournament, I did an interview on Ghana Web, right? Yes. And I told you people exactly what was going to happen. Instead, I got insults from some MPP idiots who think that everything is politics. What I told them will happen is exactly what happened. They should go back and go and insult me now. You have a moribund coach, a coach who doesn't know shit from Shinola, pardon my French. And he goes to sit there, calls players. Look, why do you think players are refusing to come and play in the Black Stars? Because they know that when they come, the day you and Jordan will play. Right? We saw a coach asking Jordan Ayew in a cooling break whether he wants to be taken off. Who you coach and answer what you're down for? Huh? Are you the head coach of the team who should see what you saw that Joe Pencil was exhausted? But when Jordan Ayew is hunched over and trying to catch his breath, you don't see he's exhausted. You rather have to go and beg him to take him off. Are you a man or a mouse? Are you a man or a mouse? Now, my plan is a more than $30,000. You see, I could be a potholder if you almost I made you intend, but as for the coach, he shouldn't come back. Yesterday, I put on a forum that I'm on saying he is very lucky that I'm 20 to 24 years older than I used to be some time ago. And remember, Aziz Haruna Futanuma Koche in the airport. Say you remember those days?
Yeah. There's no torture anymore.
Well, we could change coaches.
But Uncle Kojo, this has been the trend over the last couple of years. Now, Dr. Kojo Boafo Chichinkomo, I was going back and trying to find out number of competitions that Ghana acquire yenya early exit in the last few years. Not only the Black Stars, but maybe under 23 AFCON, Chan. We don't qualify for under 17. Yeah, disqualify a man under 17. I said, your national team football, no, it seems some kind of retrogression in the last couple of years. And your Black Stars in kind.
It's a patent retrogression. It's a pattern. From the last 3 AFCONs, we've only won 1 match. Last 3 AFCONs, we've only won 1 match. So what are we doing here? We've only won 1 match in the last 3 AFCONs. So it's a pattern. We are retrogressing. My brother, in the last 2-3 years, we have been beaten by Comoros twice. We have been beaten by Madagascar. We have lost to Cape Verde. Cape Verde, even in 2015, was it 2015 or 2017?
205, you're questioning on the Chrome Crapo in the World Cup qualifiers. Then in the 2013 AFCON, Wakasu alone scored twice against them.
Yes, we dismissed them completely. They weren't even a team we discussed. Look at what they did to us. Yesterday, which match starts now, Mozambique had 60% possession. 60% possession. We had 39 point something against Mozambique. And these are players who were going to give $30,000 qualification bonus. You know, there's something clearly wrong. There is something clearly wrong, and the FA should sit up and resolve this nonsense.
As you talk about sitting up and resolving the nonsense, what is the way forward?
The way forward is, first of all, remove Chris Hughton. First of all, that's the first thing, remove Chris Hughton. That's the first cathartic thing to do. Remove Chris Hughton immediately. When you finish, remove their youth from the team. Remove them. Those two boys, remove them from the team because they are destroying a national team. Many of the players who don't want to come because of their youth. I'm saying it. You can quote me. Say Kojo Twum Boafo said it. I have said it. I said remove their youth from the team and remove their overbearing influence from our team. That's what the problem is. After all the draws, fear the day you coach here were World Cup. Oh, we are not better than the buyer into no ball penalty. Now, Obana Yaya before I call penalty. Now we need Obana Yaya and I call penalty. We are some just have a penalty. And you wait. The next time they call Black Star, they will call him. What is this? What is this? What is this? Otua Samoa see captainship position. Didn't you know that his time will come? Didn't you know that his time will come? The reason why I'm afraid players because they know that there are at least 2 or 3 spots in the team that you cannot touch. How can Chris Hughton come and tell us that he removed Joe Pencil because he was fatigued?
I guess you've heard about the reaction of the boy. Boy, is coach Vichantro.
What did he coach me? Now we need to coach me.
Why interview him this year?
A guy who doesn't have the courage of his conviction, who cannot provoke it. If this government is so enamored with Chris Hughton, let him come and replace Kojo Twum Boafo because he speaks better English. Football need to move from more people from on here. What is this? Kwesi Appiah, Nana. Kwesi Appiah, ya muna ya pamumi. Kwesi Appiah qualified the Black Stars for the World Cup. Do you remember?
By beating Egypt 6-1.
He beat Egypt 6-1. Kwesi Appiah beat Mali home and away to qualify. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
Kwesi Appiah, as an assistant coach, carried us to 2 finals and a semi-final. Mopa Sankonfa Nemra, Sankonfa Yenchi. Ade, only way or one as a Ujano Kofa, a young baby, I say you can return. Alamwa. As long as own your sugar daddy and you can return. So, Yanko San Fokofa Kwesi Appiah is now in charge of Sudan. Between him and Fatau Dauda, Sudan are on top of their World Cup qualification group. Nana, let me make you a prediction. Chad, we would draw with Central African Republic. Comoros, Beban, Crime, say, I'm penalty here, or my own Baba say. I mean, what is all this? What is all this? As for Mali, dear, forget. Shabola Bisuma boy. If Mali field only Bisuma, they will beat us. Only Bisuma, they will beat us. What is this? What at all is this?
Your boy already say you bet Marcus say your national team is the Eguan, sir.
Sir, me Yansuni say there has never Nana. There has never been a time when we had so many players performing consistently for their teams at their national level, right?
Yeah, BC Chesebia, Kudus, West Ham, Salis, Obose, Salis, Obo Monaco.
Haven't you heard the Manchester United ex-players questioning Ten Hag as to why he bought Anthony instead of Kudus? Haven't you heard Liverpool supporters asking Klopp why he bought Gakpo instead of Kudus? Some have even labeled Gakpo the wrong Ghanaian. Shabola Kudusubo, Shabola Jopensilbo. Even players like Amate and Jiku, they are all performing week in, week out for their teams. Right?
Yes,
Ali Dusedu is playing, Gideon Mensah, everybody's playing. Salis is playing. Because you have an idiotic coach, a coach who only How do you feel Baba Idrisu and Salis are in the same match? Now we are gathered.
Yeah. Angojo, the bomb program now, my friend. Why? Who they here? Why?
Masa mamin kasa na so ya poto mamin di wo. Do you remember when we played against Switzerland in the trial match just before the World Cup?
Yes, I do.
Who did Otoado feel?
Elijah Usu.
Yes. Why did Elijah Usu only play 2 minutes in the whole tournament? What did he take Richmond Lamptey? Yes, maybe I ask about that. So me catch yourself to play and in ball, but didn't do any ball. Right? When you take off Majid Ashimeru, the most logical replacement should be Richmond Lamptey. Because Richmond Lamptey is a better player than all the midfielders in the team. Why didn't you field him? He took him only along because of pressure. Right? Because of pressure from the Ghanaian media. Not in a bench. No, Obo Baba Idrisu no. O sheshe di hedi omo ye ne nambo mu ti sebi.
Uncle Joe, thank you very much for your time. I'll talk to you again. Yami shall be
great. Sure. Take care.
Right, take care too. That's Kojo Twum Boafo. He's been following the Black Stars over the last 30 years to major tournaments, international friendly matches, and he's an astute football fan, analyst, and he is also a diplomat. Now, Kojo Sam Johnson will do now. Yes, former player. Then we'll move on. So the former CEO of the Ghana Free Zones Board, if some of the words were unpalatable, forgive us. We're unable to control his emotions, so we apologize on the flip side if things went wrong. I know the Wabutuon, you don't see anything yet.